Hi, this is Eliza. Welcome back to Eliza's Bookshelf. Today I want to go over all the books that I bought in May. I think May really got out of control. And usually especially after last year, I've been trying to cut down on my book spending, maybe 2 to 3 books max, but I think I got 10 books this month. I bought a lot of books. Next month and the rest of the year, I think I'm going to try to cut back down again and control my spending. I'm trying to read all the books that I have at home, all my book of the month books and all the books downstairs too. So June is the last month I'm giving myself to buy books, I think. We'll see. So let's go over all the books that I bought, and at the end I'll go over my Bookish Box subscription ones. March and April came in last month, so I believe they're pretty much caught up now. So yeah, let's get started. First book is You've Reached Sam by Dustin Tao. So this book I've been seeing a lot over Bookstagram. It's a YA contemporary romance, but really on the sad side because this high school couple, the guy Sam, actually passed away, and so she's really sad. She's trying to deal with her grief, but everyone deals with grief differently, and so she's kind of on a different wavelength than her friends, and she's having trouble just struggling with it on her own terms, and no one really understands why she didn't go to the funeral, why she doesn't go to these, candle lightings and stuff like that. In the beginning, she throws away all of this stuff because that was her way of dealing with it and getting over him, getting over what happened. She regrets it, of course, so she gets her phone, she calls his number just to hear his voice again at his voicemail, but instead of getting his voicemail, she actually gets him. So they don't know what exactly is going on, but this is kind of her last chance to talk to him. But anyways, I was just feeling like a really, really sad book. So yeah, I bought this one, You've Reached Sam by Dustin Tao, and he's Vietnamese, I believe. I don't want to assume, but this looks like a Vietnamese name. Maybe I should look that up before I say that. But anyways, okay. So second book that I got is Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. And for the last couple books, Christina Lauren's books have been coming out as hardcovers first. And at first I didn't like that because all of my books from them are paperbacks, but I really love how beautiful this is and just the feel of it too. So Something Wilder. I mean, Christina Lauren's books have been really big hits for me, or just okay. And no matter what, I think I will still continue buying everything, but I try to set my standards low for every book that comes out because some of them were just okay to me. Like, what is it? The Twice Upon a Blue Moon? Twice Upon a Blue Moon? Twice Upon a Moon? I'm not sure. That one was just okay. The Honey Don't list was just okay to me, and a little bit higher on the ratings was maybe The Unhoneymooners. What else? I think after reading Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, yeah, that was my favorite book from them. After reading Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, none of their books actually hit that high of a mark for me, and so every time I buy any of their books, of course I look forward to it, but I don't go in thinking, okay, it's gonna be another Josh and Hazel. Of course I bought this one. It's just beautiful. It's about this guy and a girl who dated a long time ago. Something happened. They didn't see each other for decades, I believe, and then now that they're older, they meet again under some circumstance, but they have to go on this grand adventure to solve some sort of mystery. So that's what this is about. I joined a buddy read on Bookstagram, and this is the buddy read for June, so I'm pretty excited to discuss this. They're having a Zoom discussion with Christina Lauren themselves at the end of June, so I'm super excited about that. Okay, next book is Judge and Jury by James Patterson, and it's still wrapped. I need to open it and read it, but the thing is, every time I go to work, I have some book with me. And a lot of the nurses have been noticing that every few days or so it's a different book. And they're like, wow, Eliza, you read a lot. What's going on here? So we got to talking, and one of the nurses told me that this is her favorite book. And what does she do? She actually buys it for me. or she lent it to me. She says she wants it back because she wants to reread it too. But this is her favorite book, Judge and Jury. I don't really know what it's about. I'm not a big James Patterson reader. Like I haven't read much of his books, but I read a lot of James Patterson Presents books, namely who is it? Carrie Maniscalco's book. Namely, I read a lot of hers, but I think I have a couple of other books that it's under James Patterson's Presents books. So this will be my first book actually from him itself, and I'm pretty excited. I don't really know what it's about. She read it decades ago, so she didn't really tell me what it's about. And the back doesn't really say anything. It has a picture of him. So I don't know. I'm gonna go into it blind. There's a picture of a girl running with a gun, judge and jury. I'll make my assumptions and I'll read it going in blind. But yeah, so that's number 3. Oh my gosh. So number 4 and 5, 6, and 7, I bought Emily Henry Book Lovers. And I didn't just buy Emily Henry Book Lovers, I bought Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation. So these two I already have on Book of the Month hardcover version, but I liked it so much and I believe Target was having their, BOGO sales. So I bought these two along with this. And I have a second copy of Book Lovers downstairs, but the Target exclusive version. I'm just too lazy to go downstairs and get it. But I was supposed to return this so I can just keep one version. But for some reason, the Target exclusive version was really weird and small and just didn't really match up to these, so I kept it. I did a book tag the other month or something, and one of the questions was, does it bother you when books in the same series don't match up? And at that time, I said, no, I don't really care. But look, one of them is smaller than the other. I'm trying not to care, and I'm not going to buy another one just to match. But Beach Read is smaller than the others. Anyway, so these are the other 4 books that I bought. I bought 2 of Emily Henry's Book Lovers just because at Target exclusive, I think they have a extended scene or an extra scene from Beach Read, I believe. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just have the whole set in paperback now and I love it. I love all the colors. I love the illustrations. I think my favorite book out of all of these is probably People We Meet on Vacation. I love this one. I'll have to have a reread soon, but for all my friends out there who love romantic comedies or contemporary romance, you should give this one a read. Out of any of these, maybe People We Meet on Vacation is my favorite. Yeah, I think it's just like the perfect friends to lovers. I forgot what exactly happened, but basically these 2 friends, I don't want to get too off track with this May book haul thing, but these 2 friends, they used to go on yearly vacations with each other until one year something went wrong and they've been missing their yearly vacations for a couple years. And then one day the girl in this book is like, I'm really unhappy. Let's remember back to the last time I think I was actually really happy, and it was the last time that she saw him. And so she convinces him to go on a last-ditch effort to save their friendship, last vacation. If they can't salvage their friendship, then they'll just go their separate ways. So they go on their last vacation and happily ever after ensues. But this is just so cute. Give this a try. And Beach Reads is what got me into Emily Henry. So of course I love that one. And Book Lovers is pretty good too. I already read this one. So yeah, a lot of Emily Henry in this book haul. The next book that I got is Rosewater by Tade Thompson. I actually never heard anything of it, but when Amazon recommended it to me, I just took a read about the first one and it sounded pretty interesting. I believe the whole series is out already, so I bought the first one to see if I'd like it. It's basically a science fiction book, and there's this community where in the center is a big biodome that not everyone can enter, and the surrounding community is very in poverty, they're hungry, they're sick. I'm not too sure, but the biodome itself has magic healing powers, but not everyone can go inside. Anyways, there are these specific type of people called sensitives, and they're able to go inside and do something or another, but apparently something is starting to kill off these sensitives, and so this person needs to figure out what is going on before the future collapses, I guess. So Not too sure if that is actually what it's about. That's what I'm getting from a quick read on the back again, but it sounded like something I would be interested in. And I really like it when all of the whole series is out, so I can just binge everything if I like it. But yeah, I'm excited to read that one. Hopefully I'll read it soon. You know, all my books are piling up again. I'm trying not to buy more books than I actually read, but it's just piling up right now. The next book I bought is actually kind of like an impulse buy. Well, I didn't know he had a book coming out. Once I saw that it was out, I bought it right away, and it is Simu Liu's We Were Dreamers. I remember seeing him talk a lot on his Instagram about how he used to be an accountant and he was super miserable. He got fired or laid off from his job and he was super sad, but it was actually like the best thing that could have happened to him because he actually chased his dreams. He became an actor. He's like the face of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And so a lot of this book has to do with his life and how things transformed, an immigrant superhero origin story. So it sounds awesome. Interspersed in between these chapters are like pictures from his life, his 2004 summer break with his mother's family in Beijing. It's just like all about his life and it's super cool. I'm really excited to read this because it's just so inspirational, you know? It seems like a heartfelt story about how, you know, you should keep pursuing your dreams and do something that makes you happy. So yeah, pictures. But I'm excited to read this. I'll probably read this soon. I really want to read this with my husband. It seems like something he would enjoy too. He loves Simu Liu. One of his uncles looks like Simu Liu. I am excited to read this. I hope he wants to read it with me too, but that's one of them too. My pack is getting big here, so I have to put some books on the table over here. So let me just transfer this over. And get into my bookish boxes. The bookish shop box. I always mix up what it is called. The bookish box subscription. So I got 2 in May, but they're actually from March and April. They were super behind, and I don't really mind because I just wait to see, you know, when they catch up, and then I'm pleasantly surprised when something comes in the mail. But I'm just gonna unbox this. I don't even think I laid eyes on the March one yet, but the April one, I was super curious. I wanted to see. I definitely need to catch up on their books and actually read them. It's just that they're so pretty and I'm scared of damaging them, so I don't touch them. But that's pretty bad. I spend like $30 to $38 on them every month, and so I should actually read them. So let me just open them. This one is April. This is the April book. So I'm gonna toss this box over here and clean it up later. And so I'm assuming this is the March. Yes, March. This is the March book. I haven't even opened this yet, so I'll open it and see. And I actually don't even remember what books they are, but I'm subscribed to the adult fantasy, I think it's just fantasy books box. So I guess let's open April 1st, since that is the one that I already took a peek at. And so I just love how carefully wrapped they are. They're bubble wrapped. They come in their own book sleeve. I don't know why this one smells like Christmas trees, but anyway, so April. This book is River of Shadows. I actually don't know what it's about. I don't even know if it's a series. The book of the month is River of Shadows by Karina Hall, which is a dark fantasy romance inspired by Finnish mythology featuring a forbidden romance with the god of death. Take some Hades and Persephone, add some major Beauty and the Beast vibes, plus a dash of Labyrinth and a sprinkle of Alice in Wonderland. So it's his own thing. You can't just sprinkle everything together. I think this is its own thing. I'm pretty excited to read this one. I think the bookish box, you know, their fantasy series is romance fantasy, and I really like that genre. So that's why I'm forever subscribed to it until my bank account runs dry. But this is River of Shadows. I'll have to take a look to see if it is a series, but I mean, just look at it. I love the sprayed edges, and it is signed by the author, and probably has, they always have reverse dust jacket decorations too, or I mean design, whatever. And then the book itself is really good. River of Shadows, it's just so pretty. So that is April. I'm gonna make myself read some of these soon, but for now, it's going back into the book sleeve and over there on my bookish box pile. Oh, did I damage you? No, okay. All right, so that is April. I'm going to put that over here. So March. It's gonna be a big surprise for me because I forgot. Okay, so adult box, super cute. The book of the month is Hunt the Stars by Jesse Mahalik. This book has the vibes of a gender-swapped Mandalorian featuring a forced proximity, enemies to lovers romance with morally gray characters, engaging banter, and outer space action and adventure. It was also one of our adult box curators' favorite reads of 2022. So that is awesome. I think this is more science fiction, adult romance. So we'll see what it looks like. Super cute. Hunt the Stars. Let's see if this has anything special. This is signed by the author. I remember hearing a lot of good reviews about this one, so I'll probably read this soon. And this is the reverse dust jacket. It's super cute. My life is mine, but my heart is yours. How cute. Yeah. I feel like I should open all of my other books and just show you guys, but maybe I'll read this one next. So that is my May wrap up, and I think after June I'm just going to try to slow down on the book spending again, but I already have like a bunch of books I want to buy in June because it's a new month, a new book budget. I'm gonna blow it all at once. Well, thank you so much for watching my May book haul. I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.